Morning, everyone, and welcome to another fine episode of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah. Today is June 7th, 2016. I am your host, Soopkichen, and with me here today, my co-host, Sugah Mounts,
Hey.
and DJ Gao.
Hello. How's it going?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Story of my life, guys.
Okay. Yeah, we fixed up a couple audio issues. We'll see how this one goes.
We've got some blankets hung in our living room right now.
Yeah, we might need.
We're
thicker
trying not to
blankets.
separate rooms, guys, but it might have to happen.
We'll see.
No.
I know.
Yeah,
You guys might force us into separate rooms. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But yeah. So how was your week, guys?
Mine's awesome. I've been working on that new Dead Island, and I tell you, it is really good. What a difference in the in the graphics. Like I was saying before, the Ram. I never noticed so much detail on him. His face, I didn't know that he didn't have any eyes
Really?
before. He has
Okay.
no eyes,
Wow.
just sockets.
Gotta love it when you notice details you didn't notice before.
I know.
Now,
And it's a lot harder. They
Yeah.
really upped the gameplay on that.
did they really?
Yeah, I'd never had so much difficulty before doing it. And now it's like I am dying left and right, and they seem to. I don't know if it's just me, but they seem like they're moving faster, hitting harder, and there's more of them.
All of the above.
Could it?
All
Ads
of the
for days.
above.
Could it be because the
Yeah.
last time you played, you were a high level?
No, because this was in the city when we first got there, and it wasn't as hard as now. And it's
Now.
like the same thing. We just got to the city, and they are just all over us.
Okay. Well, the fact that they
It's
made it a little
great. I
harder.
love it.
Yeah, it kind of entices me. The fact that it's a little harder.
It's not a little harder. It's a lot harder.
It's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be taken. There's taken right here. So yeah. How about you, Sugah? How was your week?
Week was good. Weekend was great. We had the Destiny meetup on Saturday,
Yes, we did.
so that was really awesome. Good time. Got to hang out with some fellow guardians. Got to talk smack. Who's a hunter? Who's a warlock? Who likes to kill? Who likes to kill who? That was the funniest thing about it.
Sugah started some mad shit talking
You know.
about hunters, but I just remind her how many and stay down medals I have, and then that's the end of the argument.
What are you talking about? I don't run the Fireborn in Crucibles, so it don't even matter. There ain't nobody that's and stay downing me, so if I run solar, then I am pulling Radiance. I'm not pulling Fireborn. Fireborn's like for even in PoE. I've been running Radiance just so that I get a longer.
What you mean? What?
So
Oh, tougher skin, or what is it?
yeah, like it's actual it's actual Radiance. Like it's the third perk, and so when you pull just that, you don't get to come back from the dead, which should be Fireborn, but it makes it so that your grenades last longer, you're harder to kill while you pull Radiance, and then obviously if you've got like the chests on, those help as well.
Radiance.
Radiance. I like calling it Radiance. I think you started calling it Radiance. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like way back when you started the Warlock, you'd be like Radiance. Shotgun melee, Radiance. Warlock. No, you'd be like Warlock.
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 Warlock. It always made me think of, you guys remember Toomba from PS1? He was like the little dude with the purple hair. It's kind of like Mario where you run around.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So whenever he would jump, he'd go, Woody! So I'd always be like, Warlock! Every time I melee someone.
Every time you meleeed someone, Warlock! You're like, maybe this Warlock isn't so bad. Warlock! You'd be like, this shotgun melee, man.
Yeah, the melee is basically a fucking shotgun.
Tell me about it.
That Warlock is OP. It needs to be brought down on so many levels. But that's a discussion for another time. Because we did veer off topic. The topic was the Midwest Destiny meetup for the weekend.
Oh, yeah! The Destiny meetup was really great. It was really great. We had a really great time, guys.
Yeah, we had a really good time. It was organized by Bell Bunny. Thank you again, Bell Bunny, for bringing so many people together. Like, it was really fun meeting new Guardians.
It was.
Definitely.
It was a lot of fun.
Made some new friends.
Got to meet people from Chicago and just got to meet people that traveled as well. So it was a lot of both.
People that literally flew in.
From Canada. Someone flew in from Canada to come and hang out.
And the Dad's Destiny carpool. They all hopped in one van and they picked each other up along the way. So it was just great to see the community at its best, really. Like, you know, people can't get there. It's like, well, we're going, so hop a ride. So that's just great. I love seeing that this game has brought so many good people together. And it's just a great, fantastic group of people, you know? Like, you don't see Call of Duty doing this, right?
Right? Let's do a Call of Duty meetup.
Yeah, no.
Right.
I think that one would have ended in
And
bar
everybody
fight.
meets in the bathroom.
But yeah, Destiny Midwest meetup was great. Had a lot of fun. Had more.
Talk to Belle about a better location for next year.
Yeah, probably discussed a couple locations for next year. We'll see.
Well, she's not from Chicago, so she was like, I didn't know where to go. Like, she had us at like in a very, very popular area, and so we were in a bar, and so it was just one of those, like, there were things that she's like, well, it would have been great for this or more space for that, and I was like, girl, next year let's get a hotel involved. Then everyone can be staying at the same place, because that was the thing, is everyone would leave and then go home, and one person was staying one place and one person staying for the other. And Soop and I are conners. We go to the con, and it's just very nice to have everyone to be able to go home, because that's the biggest thing is, yes, you want to hang out at the meetup, but how many of the gamers and all the other individuals that are coming, they're like, well, I want to be back in my home, or, okay, now that I'm here, I want to go play Destiny, so...
Yeah. So definitely maybe set up something, maybe with some systems next year.
Exactly, that was a big thing to talk about, and I was like, we know people.
I'm down.
DJ's down, it's just Soop.
Oh. That was weird. We tagged each other at the same time. Boom.
Yeah, I went to pop a Nova Bomb, and the dude popped a bubble, and that bubble killed me.
Well, you know the guys that you shoot, and it shoots those 3 things at you when you kill them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hobgobs.
So we shot at the same time. I got them, and those things came right back at me and got me.
All right, I'm coming for you now, DJ. So, yeah, so we had a lot of fun, and we ended the night with a big shout-out to Mr. Miggs. Miggs
bouncing over to the Division.
Yeah, it was so funny because the train stop that we had to get off in order to get to the Destiny meetup was the Division.
The Division.
So we had to get off on Division.
You had to get off on the Division to go to the Destiny meetup. Which was funny because we could have taken a couple different ways to get there.
No, I'm down.
Soup's like, okay, like, which way are we gonna go? Which way are we gonna take? And one thing led to another, and it like, what?
Yeah.
Oopsie.
What? I'm like behind a little. Okay. It's all you, DJ.
I'm up in time.
Covering good Soup.
But yeah, Mr. Miggs was a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
He's
There were only a few of us. There were maybe, I think, 5 of us left over at the very end.
by the end of the night, there was only like 5 of us.
Whoa.
Yeah, 2 people from Chicago, Miggs, and then Soop and I.
Yeah. Yeah, as the night started.
I'm on my way.
Yep, as the night started dwindling.
Oh, you guys are up high.
Yeah.
Exactly. As things started dwindling, people started getting tired.
Yeah, we're obviously the party animals of the group. Definitely Mr. Miggs.
Miggs was like, if we would have stayed, Miggs would have stayed.
Yeah, definitely.
But Soop and I both had to work in the morning.
Yeah,
we both had to be at work by like 8 o'clock.
Well, no, I had to be at work at 7.
You had to be at work at 7, right?
I had to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning. I had a 16-hour day the day after the meetup.
Yeah. Motherfucker again!
But let me tell you, it was totally worth it.
Oh, me too.
It was definitely, yeah. Sunday was long. You worked a double shift. I remember coming home trying to cook dinner for us because I go to visit Soop Sunday nights and bring him dinner, and I couldn't even make us dinner. I accidentally fell asleep right when I walked in. We have a couch when you walk in, so totally fell asleep. Couldn't even make life happen, but we had a great time. It was really awesome, and the biggest thing is just looking forward to next year. Belle was like, well, you guys know spots, you guys being from Chicago and all, so definitely would love to help out Belle Bunny in planning, the Midwest meetup / maybe mini con kind of thing. So we'll see what's up for next year.
Definitely. But yeah, that was our week. It was very interesting. I feel like the last month has been just a really tight month for us. I feel like that between ASEN, the Destiny meetup, the health awareness stream, and next week E3,
yeah,
it's been a pretty packed month. Not to mention the Destiny reveal that's coming Thursday.
Yeah, on Thursday.
So let's just hop right into our video game news. Guys like that segue?
Yes, a very good segue.
So yeah, like I said, Bungie has let us know that they are going to do a reveal stream Thursday.
Before E3.
Before E3. And it actually looks like they trademarked the Rise of Iron. So it looks like that leak that we saw was legit. So it looks like we are going to be getting the Iron the Rise of Iron DLC. So I'm excited, guys. I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder what we're getting. I wonder what we're going to see. First of all, new light level. What do you guys think we're going to go to?
Okay, so we're at 335 right now.
350.
350? See, I almost feel like we're going to go into the 400s for some reason.
You think so?
I don't know.
Nope. 350.
350? Yeah, I agree with DJ. Maybe like 350. Maybe 360 at the most. Maybe they
350. No, just kidding.
No, it's 350, you guys.
It's what I said, God damn it.
It's what I said, guys.
Yeah, DJ
nothing
knows.
Else.
DJ's got the in. He talks with people over at Bungie.
Uncle Bungie.
Uncle Bungie. That's the only reason we have him on the show. He's got an Uncle Bungie.
Plus those weekly checks I send to stay in.
It's membership, annual membership cost. But yeah, I wonder what new weapons we're gonna get. I hope we get more than like 1 or 2 new exotics. Because we only
one of them's gonna be a fire axe.
Oh yeah, one of them's gonna be the fire axe. Yeah, I hope it is an exotic.
Yeah, where we had the swords, it might be like an exotic axe. That would be cool.
And you hold it just right and it shoots out a beam of fire.
Oh, that'd be maybe too much, but hey, if they give it to me, I'm gonna use it. Yeah, because they only gave us the Zen Meteor, right, for this, for like the
Yep.
last update, and then what was before that? I mean, the Taken King had a lot of good weapons that were locked behind quests. So I kind of hope they do it that way, instead of just like putting it in the pool
So many,
of
yeah.
weapons that I could get.
Like the way that we had to get Black Spindle, like we didn't have it for so long. We worked for it. Like I appreciate it.
Yeah, so I hope they do the same thing. Jesus
And I
Christ.
hope it's not like a random drop like that when you get from Omnigul, like very
Yeah,
rare.
a rare drop like that. Actually,
More than
I'd like to see a couple more of those. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it does. It does. I'm very jealous of Sugah's gauntlets, and as many times as I run that strike, and believe you me, I have run that strike. I can't get those gauntlets. But fuck it, it just makes it that much cooler. I'm not gonna lie. I came from like the WoW days where, like, you really had to work for your gear. World of Warcraft really set me up for being able to let go of gear. I know a lot of people are disappointed that they had to leave like one gear behind. For me, it was normal. Like that's something you do in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I was used to it just with Diablo. Diablo, it's like constantly. It's like, oh, new one. Drop this one. Scrap that one. Oh, like remember when I got that awesome crown in Diablo? It was huge and it was so amazing, and I tried to hold on to it for so long, and then finally it was like done.
Yeah. So, and then I know people are talking if we still have to keep the same subclasses for Destiny 2, that's going to be kind of boring. But to be honest with you, I mean, World of Warcraft did the same thing. Like, they rarely changed their classes. If anything, they maybe added a couple, and that's about it. But, I don't, you know, so I'm so used to that MMO element that it just, I guess it doesn't faze me as it does other gamers. So how would you feel if we had to, for this Rise of Iron, we had to leave stuff behind? Or maybe there was new stuff that we couldn't ascend, that we couldn't, what do you call it, infuse?
I don't know, because I was kind of bummed, like when we had we can't use Fatebringer no more, you know, or you know, I hope they don't do that. I hope we can keep what we want to keep.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing with this, like, I'm not really sure if this is going to be just a little, you know, a little raise. Maybe they won't affect other things.
Because if this thing comes out in the fall and it's as big as the Taken King, like, there's going to be, like, changes, right?
Right?
Oh, I'm down.
If it's... Because it'll bring new story, hopefully. It'll bring new quests, new bounties.
Exactly.
I mean,
or is this going to be something small that doesn't affect...
If there's rumor of a new raid, then
yeah, it's going to be...
It's going to be
New
year 3?
weapons to deal with those...
Right? It's going to be year 3. We're going to have year 3 stuff. It's going to be year 3, guys. Right? It's going to be our third fall of Destiny.
Is it really?
Yeah. This September will be year 3.
Oh, get down.
So, I don't know. That's the way things have
feeling
been.
You might be onto something here.
You know?
You might be onto something here.
That they're going to switch our weapons out.
Yeah, so we'll see.
We're going to be running into tougher people, and you need tougher weapons to bring them down.
Yeah. So
you might be right.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that raid. I can't wait for a new raid. You know what, guys? I want to get...
I would be in the mood for a new raid.
If they... I don't know. Let's see the way they do it. I hope they release the raid, like, a week after the new content. Because I feel like when they release the raid with the new content, everyone's rushing, like, to get to the highest level to do the raid. And you don't really enjoy the game.
Through everything. Well, yeah, and then everyone's going to complain about the story, and they're going to complain about this.
It's too short, and it's like, well, you just ran through it to get to the raid. Like, that's not the way you're supposed to do things.
Yeah, there's those people that just run through the whole thing as fast as they can.
So, and I mean,
Well, yeah, so that they can be the first to do the raid, so that they can get.
and not that there's anything wrong with it, but you end up decreasing the value of the game. So I hope they release. I hope they give us new content first, and then they save that raid for like a week after. That way I can really sink my teeth into it. And then I'd love to get a group together, guys. I will literally take the day off work if we need to. So we can
To
play
run a new raid,
to run
right?
a fresh raid.
We have a crew. We could run a fresh one.
Just run a
without
blind raid.
Without anyone watching any videos.
I don't do that anyways, though. I don't watch any videos
And how to
to
raid?
see what's what. I just go in and go for it, and let it happen.
Oh, I remember back in the day we used to watch some raid clinics just because if you didn't know what you're doing, sometimes you wouldn't be able to get into a
We
raid.
also didn't have a full, amount of people at one time. So we were coming in with people, and so you kind of had to know what you were doing. I remember getting frustrated with a few of the people that we raided with at first because they were the people that they weren't very informative of explaining the situation. So it was like if I didn't know what I was doing, then I just couldn't be helpful.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't get the best teachers when it comes to finding a raid
You
group.
just followed, and that
Yeah.
was it.
It's like stand here, shoot there.
Stand here, shoot there.
Yeah,
And I'm like, but the whole point of me here is to do things. I don't want to just stand in one area and they're like, here, stand here and just hide. You're not high enough levels. So, and I'm like, that's bullshit because I can do something. I can do something. I can.
But yeah, so I really want to run a fresh blind raid. I think it'll be really exciting.
Right? Ditto.
It'd be.
I
I
think
was
it'd
talking
be
to
fun
someone
too,
about that at the
I
Destiny
have never
meetup,
done that.
actually.
You know that?
I know. I've never done it
either.
either. I think.
Yeah, we've never had a full raid team in order to do that. So
Yeah.
it would
Every
be
time I
fun.
run it, it's with someone that knows what they're doing. So this will be really exciting. Oh no, I'm down. He's got. Oh no, that's
Oh,
Arc.
no.
Why did that melt me? It was Arc, not Void.
Ooh, you're
That's
stuck.
crazy.
You're stuck. You're stuck.
Oh,
you're stuck. Run.
but yeah. So the stream is going to be happening Thursday, at 10 a.m. Pacific. I hope they. Jesus, I hope they give us more reveal streams. I hope they give us this one, and then they tease us, and then they'll give us 3 more.
Don't really show us.
One for where they're going to tell us that they're going to give us another page of inventory, one where they're going to show us the new gear, one where they're going to show us the new weapons, maybe one where they'll show us a little bit of the raid.
I would like more vault space and armor space.
I would
like
love
that.
it. I would love some more vault space.
I mean, we've had good ideas where, within the vault, there's the squares that hold the weapons, but each square you can open it up that holds 10 weapons. So you open the square, there's 10 weapons in there.
Files.
And then you close. Yeah, files. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm all about some organization.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's,
I would love to be able to organize my guns better.
by
I'm
year?
about quick and efficient.
or
By year, exactly. I would love to be
By
able
light
to have
level?
year 1, year 2, and then I would like to be able to have it either by. It doesn't matter if it's by light level or let's say that it's primary, secondary,
all your primaries in one
heavy,
space. all your
whatever it
secondaries.
is. I don't give a shit. I just like organization. I mean, I've got a lot of ideas, but that's the thing. There's a lot of ideas. I don't give a shit, Bungie, what you do.
Just do it.
I'm not doing the market research to be able to figure out what is going to be the most efficient for everybody. I just know I want it done, Bungie.
The way they're doing,
Yep.
it's a good way for now. Just adding pages, every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
think
just got my zombie apocalypse back
you're
from
right.
year 1. I just got it back. And then if this comes out and they take it away from me again, I'll be like, come on.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I know the the biggest thing is they fear that you'll be so used to using your old weapons that you won't try out any of the new weapons.
You'll never use anything else.
I think let that be our decision, not yours.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Just organize.
Well, let us make the decision on what we want to fight with, not you.
And I definitely want to... Oh, look out, Sugah. I'm in the tower behind you. And I definitely want to see if they do something else with this chroma. Because chroma, even though it looks cool, it's not the most interesting thing in Destiny. You know, you can add it to your guns and you can add it to your armor, but I hope they do, like, they give us, like, maybe a couple more chroma colors.
Yep.
Maybe you can mix colors. That'd be really cool if I could mix, like, a blue and a red chroma to make a purple chroma. You know?
Yeah, like you have to put 2 chromas into it.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I hope they do... Shit, sniper. Watch out. Sniper rifle.
I got stuck. I know you said be careful, and I was like, okay.
Last man go.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I really want to see something done with the chroma, because even though it is interesting, again, it's not the best and most exciting feature about Destiny. So we had some Iron Banner last week. How'd you guys? Cause
taking Cabal by Soop's body.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Ooh,
Careful,
nice.
Wow,
what's
they
coming?
Yeah, they
I
fixed
got you.
the issue with the infinite ammo glitch, and they brought back the Iron Banner on a Wednesday, which was funny. And there was a lot of fun had there. It was great. There were great drops.
Oh, what got me?
Your bubble disappeared. That's what happened.
No, something blew up. I think that thing dropped an orb in my bubble and left.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I was inside your
Bouncing all
bubble.
around. Yeah.
And I ran
Dude,
around.
you're the last one.
I got you. Don't worry. I'm in a
Yo,
safe
that
place,
rifle
and I'm
was
about to put on this invisible pellet so I can.
Okay.
Go
Well,
over
I'm
to you
up
guys.
in 5.
Cool. Just waiting for my pellet to recharge. So we got our Carnage report from the Iron Banner, and it goes as follows: the total hours locked in battle. Let's see here. Got halfway. Sugah, would you mind reading
Total
those
hours locked in battle are, what is that? 6,556,390. Then we've got the total number of legendary drops. 7,022,300. And we've got total legendary marks earned, 17,048,600. And total kill count, 458,847,899.
And half of that was just me.
Of course, DJ.
in deaths, right?
That's how many times I died.
Alright, so by us, we've got one of the Cabal bitches, and then he is being controlled by some fucktard, and then we've got a shadow.
Alright, I'm just waiting for the smoke pellet to come up. Almost there, and then I'll come res both of
And
you.
then do be careful of that sniper across the way.
Well, hopefully
There's 2 of them, actually.
Well, you cats be careful when you get revived, because I'll be invisible.
Oh, thanks.
Alright.
Charlie?
So yeah, it looks like even though the even though the Iron Banner was late, everybody jumped into it and had a lot of fun. I know a lot of people that just dropped what they were doing. They were like, Iron Banner. A couple of people that were playing Overwatch, but as soon as Iron Banner came around, they were like, Overwatch can wait. So I like that. I like that it's something that's simple, but we all enjoy it, and it brings people back. Holy shit.
It does. I'll always jump into it. DJ, be careful you're the last one, and I'm up whenever you're safe.
Oh, shoot, sniper, get over here.
So moving on here, we'll see what happens with the reveal.
Oh, I'm down.
We'll see what happens with the reveal on Thursday, and of course, I'll be watching it. I know me and Sugar, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch it.
Thursday morning? Oh yeah.
Thursday morning. And then we'll be bringing you the sweet details here next week.
Nice.
So moving on, some Division news. It looks like Thursday's maintenance was cut short after it was determined that the patch was unsuccessful. It looks like Massive will let us know when they'll deploy the next patch that'll bring challenge mode. So we might be coming in this week. We might have gotten it today overnight. But yeah, they had a problem deploying challenge mode, and people were stuck with hard mode for the new incursion for a little bit. But they've also announced that they're gonna be at E3, which is kind of exciting. I kind of want to see what they're gonna show us at E3. I don't know, what can we see from the Division? I know they gave us new named guns. Maybe more armor sets. The armor sets are pretty cool. I like that you can... I know you haven't been in there in a while, DJ.
No.
But
I'm just wondering if they're going to open up more land mass.
That would be awesome if they opened up more of New York.
That's what I think's going to happen. Like open up the Bronx or Yonkers or whatever.
Yeah, that would be fantastic if they announced something like that at E3. That would blow minds. Blow minds. But yeah, I'm really loving the gear sets. I'm loving how you can mix the gear. I can get like 2 Lone Star pieces and a Nomad piece, and it works really well. You don't have to stick to like one gear set, all 4 pieces of the same thing. You can mix and match depending on the talents that you like, and there are a lot of good ones with good talents out there.
I'm down again.
Let's see.
Darn.
It's all good. Sugar.
Damn.
Snipers. They're
Yep.
one shot.
I know they are. And so you think you're somewhere and they nick you. You think you're safe, and you ain't.
Yeah, that's all it is.
safe.
It's a flesh wound, but we're dead.
I know. It's a fucking flesh wound. I'm like, you're getting me in the foot.
Quit hitting me in the butt.
Hit me in the butt.
But yeah, I was a little disappointed last night. It was like I've been playing a little Fallout, which is also a lot of fun. And you sit down and you're like, I'm just gonna play like an hour of Fallout, and then it ends up being like 4. Because the story is A, good, and then B, there's just so much to do in that game that by the time you're like done building something or modding something, it's been like 30 minutes, and you're like, wow, I just spent, oh shit.
Man.
I just spent the last 30 minutes like building a house.
Right? I like come home and you're like, dude, fuck Fallout. I just built a house for an hour. And I'm like, aw.
Which, I mean, it was fun, but when you only have like 2 hours to play, you're like, damn, I just wasted all my
When
game
I'm
time.
like, I need you to run to the store for me, and I come home from work and he like hasn't run to the store.
Oh, sorry, maybe these super mutants. So yeah, I was a little
That's
disappointed.
why they invented delivery.
No. The store's like right around the corner, and
It is like at the end of the block.
plus, it's part of my need to get out routine.
Exactly.
But you know, I wanted to play some Division last night, and again, I ended up playing Fallout, and I didn't get to Division. I was a little disappointed because I wanted to hit the Dark Zone. I like getting loot in the Dark Zone. Like, golds drop from named bosses. You could literally run like this little route, and you can fill up your backpack, and then go extract. And if you're in a group with like 2-3 people, you know, you can you can avoid rogues and extract successfully, like 80% of the time. And that other 20%, if you're in a group of 3 or more, it's fun to chase the rogues that try to fuck you over. As far as that cutthroat mechanic, I haven't, even though it's been added, and a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, this is going to be death for the Dark Zone." I haven't seen it a lot. I haven't had a lot of people cut the rope on me. Besides that first day when it came out, I saw it twice on the first day, and then that's it. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anyone cut a rope since.
DJ, you got another stolen wheel.
So
is that what I got? I got the shotgun.
You got the shotgun.
Yep, you got the shotgun.
It pays to be dead all the time.
It really does. If Crucible has showed us anything.
All right.
So yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to going into the division, maybe later today, and running those routes and getting some gear. I know there's Ghost. Yes, exactly what I wanted. Yeah, I am Fire Team Leader. Thank you for the reminder. I really wanted that fucking Ghost shell. I don't want to see ghosts. I don't want to see ghosts anymore in the Nightfall. I don't want to see no ghosts. There's no point in me.
Yeah.
Bungie. When you have special
Look at
events,
what we just went through.
when you have special events that give you a free 320 ghost or a 330 ghost, when you have the Iron Banner, when you have Crimson Doubles, when you have a raid, when you have Prison of Elders,
we don't need them in Nightfall.
We don't need them in Nightfall. We don't need. I can't stress this enough. We don't need ghosts from the Nightfall.
We don't need ghosts.
Not even guardians that are like.
Or artifacts.
Or artifacts. Not even guardians that are starting and.
It's true.
Like they don't need them because they're getting.
Parker's like, I don't need these ghosts. She's like, I need other stuff.
Yeah. So, come on, no more ghosts. We're tired of these ghosts.
Exactly. If the low light level people are telling us, those that are either at light level or a few away.
If I see a ghost in Nightfall drop, it better be a fucking ghost I've never seen before in my life. It better be the newest shell out in the market.
Like it needs to be 335 or nothing more, because that sometimes, like, I know people who when doubles came out, like literally all they needed was that 320 ghost, and so it was like, okay, that drop for them was perfect. But if it's not dropping at what max light level is, we don't need infinite shells. You're giving me the Vanguard shell, the one that Zoe has for me. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I think we have too many opportunities to get shells.
Yes.
It needs to be taken out of Nightfalls. I like the way we jump back into Destiny there. So moving on from the division.
So I got a Rune Wake from the Nightfall at 3:30, and now I just got one from an engram. Got like the Cryptarch was like, here's a second one for you. Do you need both?
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
So moving on to Star Wars news. Jade Raymond. She is the general manager for both Motive Studios and Visceral Games, and they are both working under EA on those other two Star Wars titles. And she said on EA.com that they've heard the feedback on Battlefront and how the lack of a story mode proved very disappointing for people. So she has assured us that both Motive and Visceral right now are doing some groundbreaking stuff in terms of story. So it looks like the next two Star Wars games that we're going to get are going to be largely story-based. And they've also said that they're going to be original IPAs, so that'll be really fun to see, not something redone. Just an original like Star Wars game for the new gen consoles. Yeah, because it was very disappointing, that Battlefront no story mode. multiplayer is fun. It's fun. I like hopping in there just for 30 minutes. I haven't done so in a while, but I get that itch occasionally. DJ tells me to use Gold Bond, but but yeah.
All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, yeah. Let's get my sterling treasure from the prison. But yeah, I wonder if they're gonna be showing us any of these new Star Wars games at E3. Because it is EA, and EA
Before you go, I gotta
off...
set up my guy.
All right.
Okay.
I think I left. Oh.
No, man, don't go down.
Okay.
I can do it right here.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, EA is doing their reveal Sunday, the 12th. So I hope they show us. I don't even want to see, like, I don't even want to say, like, give me video game, like, play footage. Give me a trailer. I don't even care. Just give me a trailer so I can get, like, an idea, of what I'm going to be throwing my money at. I want to see, like, what the new character is, who you're going to be, and what type of game it's going to be. I'm excited for the Visceral one because they did Dead Space, and Dead Space was a lot of fun. It had really good story, and then you got to upgrade your stuff. You got different suits of armor. You got to upgrade your guns, and it was a really fun way of upgrading guns. Sometimes upgrades and stuff is like a drag, or it just takes forever to upgrade something. But the way they did it for the Dead Space series was really good. So if they applied that to a Star Wars game, because Visceral has proved they could do epic space stories. So if they could apply that to Star Wars and make an epic space Star Wars story, I'm sure they'll have more than one on their hands. Like, if they do great with the first one, they could have 3, just like Dead Space. They could have 2 more sequels, and I would love it if they did it like Dead Space. Did you play Dead Space at all, DJ?
Not really, no.
No. I know Sugah hasn't touched it.
No.
You guys ready to touch
What are you
that?
talking about? I touched it every day, all the time.
Working at GameStop. Put it up on the
I touched it all
shelf.
the
People would bring it
time.
up to the counter. I'd have to find the disc. I've touched it.
I've touched it. I could talk about it. I could tell people about it.
I think that's what we should do for you. We should do a retro day. We should just kick back and I should watch you play some Dead Space. I'll play a little handheld. I'll play some 3DS while you Dead Space, and I'll help you through some Dead Space.
We'll go get it at GameStop.
No, I have it. I have 1 and 2.
David.
So we'll just have to hook up the 360 and we'll get going.
For sure.
But yeah, I really hope we get something at E3. I want to see a Star Wars game at E3. Even if it is just a little teaser trailer, like a 40-second teaser trailer. I don't care. I want to see Star Wars at E3. Moving on, we got some Pokemon news. So excited. I am very excited. I'm like a little schoolgirl that just found out that Lance Bass is coming to do a speech day. Girls are still into that, right? In sync.
I mean, yeah.
The Bieber, whatever the kids like these days.
The Bieber.
2 Chains, right? Like Lil Wayne comes to my school, I flip out. DJ's over there laughing. But yeah, we got some big news from Pokemon, and all I have to say is, Alola. If that sounds like Aloha, that's because it practically is. And I knew it. I saw that first Pokemon trailer, and I said, you know what? This place looks a lot like Hawaii. And even though it's not called Hawaii, it's called Alola. It's pretty obvious where they got the inspiration from. Alola is a region that centers around 4 natural islands and 1 artificial one. So it looks like this Pokemon game is going to be pretty big if it's got 5 islands. I hope so. I hope it's the biggest Pokemon game in terms of the Pokemon world that we've seen. The other regions have been really nice. I know for Sapphire and Ruby, the Omega and Alpha versions, they gave us more space to run around. Like, you got to do stuff after you beat the Elite Four, which is a lot of fun because usually the Elite Four is like, that's end game. You beat them and it's like you beat the game. But now they're giving you all this extra stuff to do afterwards, and that's really, for me, where the money is. Because you spend all your time training these Pokemon, and I want to do more than just fight the Elite Four over and over and over again. And of course, online battles over Wi-Fi is fun, but I crave for that more of that end game stuff. So hopefully they'll do that where, maybe 4 of the islands. Once you get to the 4th island, you fight the Elite Four, and then the 5th island will just be end game stuff. So,
it's precision shots, by the way.
Yep, that's what I've been trying for.
It's precision.
So yeah, we also got a look at the new legendaries, the 2 that I was describing last week. So it looks like the really cool, gnarly, lion-looking one is called Solgaleo, and it's a psychic steel type, and its ability is full metal body, which looks pretty cool. It looks like it allows you not to be poisoned. So it looks like it doesn't let status effects take effect on your Pokemon or on that Pokemon. So it looks like no sleep, no burn, no poison. I want this. Looks like a really cool Pokemon, and I'm probably gonna be getting Sun. And then the legendary on the Moon side is called, let me see here, Lunala, and it's a psychic ghost type Pokemon, and it looks like its ability is Shadow Shi. We also got to see the new professor for the region. It's going to be Professor Kukui. And my parents told me that if I wasn't a good boy, El Kukui would come at night. And it looks like he's finally come around. He's going to be coming November 18th. It's just this
Your
Mexican
worst
thing.
nightmare has come true.
Yeah, my worst nightmare has come true. Here comes Kukui. We also got a look at the assistant, Lily, the mysterious assistant, the professor's mysterious assistant, and we got a look at our buddy, the person who's going to be our buddy in the game. So they used to be a rival. It used to be like you got to name yourself, and then you got to name your rival, and you guys would meet up like at different points in the game, and you'd battle. But then the second to last game, they changed it to where he wasn't your rival anymore. He was your friend. But the concept stayed the same. You guys would start off with different Pokemon and meet each other at different points in the game and battle. So it looks like this time it's going to be a young man by the name of...
Have?
Yeah, Have. Looks like it's going to be Have.
I remember because when I was typing it, I was like, all right, no E.
No E, yeah.
Have, no E.
H-A-V, Have.
Have.
Heat action. Yeah, DJ's on, and he's going to be on today. So yeah, we'll definitely throw in a raid later. Today is the War Priest Challenge.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll definitely get a raid in later. There's 3 of us now, and I'm sure we
gotta
can
wait
find
for
3
Duck.
more. Yeah, and even if Duck decides that he wants to do Dead Island, I know DJ's down for some
he said
raid.
he'll be in here today.
Okay, there you go. So we'll get that going. We'll get that going, and I'll be streaming that later as well. So yeah, we also got a look at the new Pokedex, and this is really exciting. So Pokemon X and Y introduced Rotom, which was a really cool Pokemon that it was almost like an electricity, like a ghost made out of electricity that could inhabit other things. And in X and Y, a couple of things that it would inhabit were a lawnmower, a washing machine, a fan, and I think there was another one, but I can't remember what it was. I used the washing machine. The washing machine Rotom was my favorite. But now, for this new Pokemon Sun and Moon, it looks like you'll be able to put your Rotom into your Pokedex. So that's going to be super exciting. I wonder if it's going to be... If it's only for Pokedex uses, or if you're also going to be you're going to be able to use that Rotom in battle. I hope so. I want to fight with a Rotom Pokedex. It would be an upgrade from my washing machine. So I'm excited for that. I think it's a really cool new feature that they've added, and I can't wait to play around with it. Again, Pokemon is out November 18th, and I'm excited. I'm going to be on that Pokemon, and I'm going to be playing so much Pokemon. It seems like every time a new Pokemon game comes out, I like get lost in it for like 2-3 months after it comes out. And then afterwards, the huge reward for me is going to cons like Wizard World and Anime Central, because everyone's got their 3DS. And
everyone's playing
Pokemon, and you guys are waiting in line for tickets or to see something or to get your autograph signed, and you guys are all battling in line. It's just a really cool experience. Just to be able to, you guys are standing in line, let's have a Pokemon battle, and the guy could be like 20 people behind you in line, but because of the Wi-Fi and the red connection, Street Pass picks that up, and your 3DS dings, and it's like, hey, there's someone nearby. Do you guys want to battle? So that is the huge reward for playing Pokemon. It's like you dive yourself into the single player thing, and then once you get out into the world and you start walking around and you start seeing actual people, you have a chance of battling those people. Which is why Pokemon Go is going to be so much more exciting, because it's for your phone. So, and I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to get a 3DS, a handheld system, just to play Pokemon, or I don't have the money right now even though I want to. So when Pokemon Go comes out and it's for your phone, it'll be awesome. Not to mention the fact that it's going to be free. So good things coming. On the Pokemon side, I'm gonna be the biggest Pokemon geek in the fall. DJ, I swear to God, you guys are gonna get sick of me. You're gonna be like, get this 8-year-old off of the party chat. I'm tired of hearing about Pokemon. So it is June, guys, and with a new month comes new PlayStation Plus free games. Last month it was Tropico 5, which I played for quite a bit, and Sugar will tell you it was entertaining on all sorts of levels. Even her watching me
I'd watch a lot.
run this island, and I'd be the president, and people would like not vote for me, and I'd be like, fuck you, I just built a school
so mad.
and a hospital, like I don't know what the fuck you want to make you happy.
I was like, see, that's why I don't play these games.
Building roads, and then you'd get invaded by other people. Or I think the most daunting ones that I would just have to sit there and watch were natural disasters, because you would get like a hurricane or like 2 tornadoes would come in and just start wrecking your town, and you're like, fuck, I just built that opera house and now it's torn to shit. So that was a lot of fun. But this month we are getting NBA 2K16. So basketball, whoop, there it is.
Which is now free, and when it comes out, they're $60 games.
Yeah, it was a $60 game not too long ago. But the new one's coming out, so fuck it, it's free.
Come here, guys. Let me know about all of you. Come out. Come
So
out.
I'll probably download it just because it's been a really long time since I've played a basketball game. I think the last basketball game I played for the system was NBA. Shit, I'm gonna die. Ugh. No, I'm not. Invisibles. NBA Baller. Because it was almost like NFL Street. Like the football game where you could run up on the walls and stuff, and so it was a lot like that, and which is why it was so much fun, because it was in that style where you could pick actual players, but it wasn't serious with like the courts and the rules and the regulations, and you'd have this really cool super that you would pop, and you'd do like a super slam dunk, and like no one could block it, and it was just a really cool game. I'm actually thinking about going retro game hunting and looking for a couple of games, maybe at flea markets and stuff. And that'll probably be one of the ones that I'll be hunting for. So yeah, so I'll be downloading 2K16, and I don't know, Heat, you're in chat, and I know you love basketball. Are you going to be downloading that? Are you going to be my basketball guide to 2K16? Because I haven't played a basketball game in quite some time, and I know you're a huge basketball fan. So yeah, the other game that's going to be free is mine. I'm here. The other game that's going to be free is Home.
Where's A? Where's A?
I'm at A.
Okay, I was like, I can't. The sun all of a sudden like came out really hard right as I was like looking. I'm like, where are you? I'm at B.
So yeah, so it's going to be Home, and Home was made by an indie publisher, I do believe. It's story based. It's not very action based. I'll download it to check it out and just let you guys know what's up. But it might not be staying on my system for very long. I definitely see 2K16 staying just a little bit longer, because I might have more people to play with it. So yeah, so we'll see. So those are the two games that are free for the month. DJ never downloads any because he's afraid he's going to run out of space. Plus, he doesn't have enough time. He only plays Destiny.
I downloaded Dead Island.
Oh, well. That wasn't free for the month of June.
That wasn't free.
That definitely
No,
wasn't
he
free.
downloaded the racing game, so
I did the
we can
racing
all
game,
play
Oh,
that.
yeah, we could race.
No, it's gone
Yeah,
already.
we've all got to
It's
play that
gone.
one.
Oh, it's gone already?
What?
It's gone.
We never
I didn't-
played it.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
fine.
heartbroken.
It's okay. Kyle still got it.
He does. We'll play it. We'll play it with Kyle while you're asleep, DJ.
Yeah, good.
So yeah, so that'll be it for video game news this week. Moving on, we're gonna go on to our cinema madness. We're gonna move on to movie news, and
Yay.
boy, it really was cinema madness this week, especially for the director of Rogue One. So this week, Page 6 reported that Rogue One was screened. That there were a couple of private screenings for Rogue One, and that people were not happy with the movie, and that Disney executives demanded reshoots.
Yep.
And then later, a couple days later, it was Deadline reported that the reshoots were not particularly extensive, and that the only people that the movie was screened for were Disney executives. So the only people that saw it were a couple of Disney executives, and that the reshoots really aren't a big deal. Some speculated that the reshoots would be to involve cameos from different characters. So maybe like more Darth Vader time, or possibly a Han Solo cameo. But now, Hollywood Reporter says that the goal of the reshoots was to lighten the mood of the movie. Because right now, Rogue One feels like a war movie, which normally wouldn't be a bad thing. But THR's sources revealed that this movie takes place just before A New Hope and leads up to 10 minutes before the classic film begins. So this film, Rogue One, is literally going to end 10 minutes before Episode 4 starts. So executives were afraid that the tone wasn't going to match with A New Hope. So they wanted just to tone it down a little. I'm not 100% sure on how I feel about that. I understand where Disney suits are coming from, where you kind of have to match the tone between the movies, right? Because if you have this fantastic war film, and then you watch A New Hope, A New Hope wasn't exactly a war movie, but I almost think it does fit, because when you watch A New Hope and you see Luke, and he's on the farm with his uncle, he's playing around with that ship, right? And he's flying it around. He's like, and he's like talking about when he sits down at dinner, he talks about all the fights that are happening out there, and how we're just sitting here, farming, and we're just doing the most boring stuff when there's so much happening out there. And I think if they did keep, if they kept that war feeling to Rogue One, it would emphasize on the fact that Luke wanted to get out and do something, because there was so much happening out there. That he was
constantly like, "There's a war going on. I can't."
Right, and you never really saw that during Star Wars. Like, yes, you saw it kind of a little bit, the Battle of Hoth and the Battle of Endor, but really you never saw like war, right? Like you never saw the war aspect of Star Wars. Like you saw the rebels, and you saw them attack the Empire a couple of times, but as far as like a battle in the middle of a popularized area, or sabotaged assassins, or spies, rebel spies, or Empire spies on the rebel side. These are all things of war that are in war that we never got to see in Star Wars. So I don't know.
I personally think it would be awesome to leave it just the way it is.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Just leave it to where it looks like almost like a Saving Private Ryan, where there's really intense war action, because it would make the original trilogy, you would appreciate it so much more, because you feel more for Luke. You'd be like, you know what, there is all this stuff going on, and all these cool battles happening, and people, young people, taking on the Empire, and he wants to be one of those people. So we'll see where it goes.
It could end where they send Vader off in his Imperial cruisers to go track down the princess.
Yep.
Who escaped.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see this movie come December. The more I hear about it, the more I'm like, I almost, which is funny because I just had a Star Wars marathon not too long ago. But I think it's time for another one. Because I want to go back and I want to rewatch some Star Wars. I wonder if they're going to do any de-aging. Maybe, because if this movie ends 10 minutes before A New Hope, and they put in the new Han Solo, that new young guy that's playing Han Solo, I don't think people will buy it. But if they,
oh God, I'm gonna die! I don't like it.
But if they de-age,
right, I can see that mind. You bitches better get C.
I don't like it. I'm gonna die.
I'm there. But if they de-age Harrison Ford or Carrie Fisher, I could see that. I'd almost prefer that than casting someone else, just because it's so close to A New Hope. If it was,
come on, Disney, just de-age them. Do your magic thing.
Yeah, do that thing where you make people look like they're in their 20s.
Do that thing.
Because it would just throw me off so much to see a different face for Han Solo so close to A New Hope. again, if it was like a year before, then it would make sense that Han Solo looked a little different. He was younger. But if you're talking 10 minutes before A New Hope, I want to see Harrison Ford. I'm sorry. You can't tell me this is you can't tell me it's going to be this way.
You can't tell me this is real life.
And not give me Han Solo, the Han Solo, or the Princess Leia that we know. But yeah, obviously people are just, reporting anything to. They're so excited about this movie they can't get their facts straight. To report that it was screened and that people didn't like it, and that there were going to be expensive reshoots, and now it turns out that the reshoots really aren't that expensive, and they were already kind of budgeted into the film anyway, and the only people that the movie was screened for was Disney executives. So the beginning of this was really blown out of proportion, but I'm glad we finally got the details. And no, the reshoots are normal for movies, and I'm glad that things got cleared up. But thanks, Age. But I'm excited. I'm glad the reports cleared up, and we got some good and solid details. Because I'm sure a lot of Star Wars fans, the minute they saw that first report, they were throwing a tantrum, Sugar. They were like, "What? Fucking this movie's gonna suck. A Star Wars movie that's gonna blow. Like, we're gonna go back to the prequels. It's gonna be Phantom Menace all over again. Wah wah."
I'm a whine so hard.
I know a lot of people.
How dare you ruin my childhood?
I know a lot of people were joking around that the reason that they were going to do the reshoots was so they can add Jar Jar Binks. So we needed more Jar Jar.
Oh, I hope so. He was my favorite character.
This is my favorite Star Wars character. I hope they add him in there. I want to see Jar Jar in Rogue One. I want to see Jar Jar hand the plans of the Death Star to Leia. Oh, man.
Wearing this massive gun belt.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. People would rage. What the fuck was Jar Jar doing in Rogue One? This isn't canon. He died.
This is not how it's supposed to go.
When the Emperor sent out Darth Vader to kill the Jedis, Jar Jar was on that list. He's dead. But yeah, excited. Can't wait. December is gonna be. I like it. I like that we're getting Star Wars movies in December. It makes my birthday that much more epic because it's always like it's always like a day before or a day after my birthday. So I always feel like Star Wars on my birthday. So yeah, so I'm excited and I can't wait. Moving on, this kind of ties into video game news, but I kind of left it out here in the Cinema Madness because it's where it belongs. It looks like there are rumors going around that Jake Gyllenhaal is signed on to star and also produce. Are you ready for it, DJ? A Division movie.
Nice.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Now, we were talking about, we're like, a movie, like, don't you think a TV show might be a little more
Yeah, the minute I saw
appropriate,
this,
still exciting nonetheless that...
Yeah, when I saw this, me and Sugar started talking, and it's just, The Division seems like, it almost seems like episodes of The Walking Dead, right? Because you're like walking around for a while, you're like finding clues, and then you find like, a group of cleaners, right?
Shit happens.
And shit happens. So it just seems like it would be better material for a TV show, where at the end of the 40 minutes, you run into a group of cleaners. And that's like the cliffhanger for next week's episode. And then next week's episode is you see them, fight off the cleaners, and they leave that particular area of New York, and then boom, they run into some Rikers. Or one of their group gets kidnapped by Rikers. It's just so much more potential for a Division TV show is in terms of
Yeah, it's like,
story.
what are you gonna do with 2 hours?
Yeah, then to have to cram all that stuff into 2 hours, I feel like they might leave some stuff out that's important, or they might leave out a couple of, like, they might focus on the scientists specifically.
Oh, he pushed me the fuck away.
As the bad guys. Or they might focus specifically on Bliss, on Colonel Bliss, and he might be the main protagonist of the movie. So I just feel there's too much story to put into a 2-hour movie. But hell, if they do it and they do it right, I could see. I'm gonna respond. I could see a couple Division movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. If they're done right, did you see the Agent Origins DJ on YouTube?
No.
Okay, I'll send you the link to that so you can see
Okay.
that. But they're literally like 10, 12-minute episodes. They were done by Ubisoft and other independent companies as far as filming, writing, and producing. And they were pretty good. Like, they were Division specific. And there were I think there was a total of 5 of them. And the 4 of them, you got to see the agents individually, and then at the end, for the last one, all the agents from the 4 different stories came together and they made one group. And then the last little video was them taking out a group of Rikers and saving a couple hostages.
Yeah, it was good.
It was really cool, the way it was shot, the way it looked. It was just fantastic to see things in the game, see people like sliding up to the edge of a car and pulling aggro from one side while someone sneaks up on the other side. So if it's done as well as the Agent Origins were done,
as those little clips were done,
I could see a 3-hour or
I'm down.
a 3-part Division movie, and it looks like all sources indicate that this is true and that this is going to be a real thing. It's happening because when Ubisoft decided to go about the Assassin's Creed movie, they definitely find their actors before they start making the movie, and they found Michael Fassbender, and he's also a producer in Assassin's Creed. So it looks like actors that star in Assassin's Creed, or that star in Ubisoft movies or movies based on Ubisoft licenses, are often also producers, which is probably why when they're offered the role, it's so appealing to them, because they not only get to star in the movie, they also get to say in how the movie's made, and producing it and getting that producer's credit. And Jake Gyllenhaal has worked before with a Ubisoft license back when he did the Prince of Persia movie. Did you see that one, DJ?
Yes.
So I think I saw it. I can't remember. I think I remember like bits of it, but I can't remember the whole story.
I liked it.
I don't remember it being a bad movie. I don't remember disliking it. So hopefully,
it was kind of cool. It kind of had that the Mummy vibe to it.
So I guess we'll see how Assassin's Creed turns out, and depending on how good it does in the box office, that'll probably determine how fast the Division movie comes out, or whether it gets done at all. But I think even if the Assassin's Creed movie doesn't do too well, this Division movie might come out, because arguably
I think the Assassin's Creed movie is going to do really well.
Yeah, I mean, video game movies haven't had a really good history, and Warcraft comes out this Friday, so we'll see how that goes too.
Yes, it does. I'm surprised that isn't in your little news. That does come out this Friday.
Yeah, Warcraft comes out this Friday, and we'll see. Maybe we'll get maybe Sugah and I will get to check it out and see what's up. I think it'll be interesting if we do go see it. seeing as Sugah has no history with World of Warcraft, she's never played it. She doesn't know any of the characters or any of the story. So to get a perspective from someone for the movie for someone that has never played Warcraft, and from someone who is a World of Warcraft guy and has played it before, and has sunk countless hours into it back in high school, I think that'll be just two different point of views that I wanna touch on here on the show. It looks good. It looks like it's going to be good, but initial reviews, I don't know. They're coming in a little wonky, so we'll see. But hopefully this Division movie does go through. I'd almost want to see a prequel to the game. Because when we start the game, like, shit has already hit the fan, right? Like, the virus is taking over, people have died, New York is basically empty. So if we saw the events leading up to that, and like the first wave agents and
then they like transition into the TV show of like the game itself.
Well, I don't even know if they'll touch on a TV show. It would be cool if they did.
That'd be so cool.
Because there is potential for a movie and a TV show, just because there are different groups of agents all over New York. So it would be really cool.
You could do a movie based on, the events leading up to it, what happens, and then all of a sudden do this TV show with completely different actors about, like, the actual Division agents.
Yeah, like you could have,
People
like, a movie that's based out of Manhattan, and then, like, the TV show is, like, a group of agents in the Bronx. So almost like The Walking Dead is doing with Fear the Walking Dead and
yes,
The Walking Dead.
I was just gonna point that out too. That's funny. This is what happened. I will tell you why.
God.
That's what they're doing. With Walking Dead, this is what's happened, and Fears, and this is why. Same thing they could do with the Division.
Yeah, the cause and effect. It's definitely what they could do with the Division. There's so much potential there.
We've talked about the Division doing other games in other cities, and so...
Yeah, so that's also something that could be touched on, So we'll see. We will see. Again, tons of potential. We'll see where it goes. Ubisoft is obviously diving deep into these movies. There's also whispers about a Splinter Cell movie with Tom Hardy. So... Tom Hardy is a pretty good actor. We enjoyed him recently in The Revenant. DJ, we kept coming back to you every time we'd be like,
"Oh man, that was such a good movie." Yeah, that was such a good movie.
Oh, that bear though.
Man,
Jesus Christ, does he get fucked up by that bear? I feel that's
that bear.
Is that what you feel like when you go into the Iron Banner, DJ? You feel like Leo?
Oh my God, yes. Yeah. And I even play dead, and as soon as I get up, it's there again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, so much potential. I hope it's done right. I hope they don't rush it. I hope it's not something that'll come out like next year. If this Division movie comes out like 2018, 2019, I wouldn't be mad. Just because the more time you put into something, the better. 9 times out of 10 it comes out. And the last bit
because one thing I think about people doing movies based off of video games is they don't spend so much time in the video game, so they think they know what it is. They really need to research what's going on within the game, then do the movie.
Which is why I think Jake Gyllenhaal will do a good job on this, because he is a gamer, and he played the Prince of Persia games before he did the Prince of Persia movie, and I bet you dollars to bits he probably plays the Division.
Exactly, he probably plays the shit. And he was like, "Of course."
I know Ice-T.
I'm a Division agent.
I know Ice-T plays the Division, and he's mainly known for his work on Law and Order SVU.
Ice-T would be great in the Division.
Yeah, he would be.
To see
yeah,
that.
I would love to see IT in a Division movie. Like I would love to see him as a Division agent.
Do it. So funny. whatever. He wouldn't be the agent. He would be probably like in charge of like a group. You know what I mean? Like he would be the person that all of a sudden like a whole bunch of agents are trying to get to this one spot, and in walks like Ice-T. He's the leader of this little like safe house.
Yeah, or like a JTF officer.
Yes, exactly. But like even tougher. You know what I mean? Like
So yeah,
he's
I know.
not-
Yeah, I know. He's tweeted out that when he's like between shoots on SVU, he'll go into his changing room and play some Division. So yeah, I'm excited to see what actors they'll get in this movie, if they and what director, because they don't have a director yet. So the director will set the tone of the movie. So if they get a director that's done war movies before, this movie
Spielberg.
could be epic. I don't think Spielberg would pick this up. If he did, that'd be cool. I just don't think it's something he would pick up.
not being the video game individual.
Yeah, not being a video game individual. But yeah, maybe I know I've heard this, and I think it would work. Christopher Nolan, the Batman movies were set almost in that tone, where he would be a good director for the Division. He could set that tone, that post-apocalyptic, real life tone. Just because he brings such a real life element to everything that he does. So we'll see. They still need writers. They still need directors. We'll see. Moving on to the last bit here of movie news. Come on, legs. Yes, thank you. I've waited so long. Finally got these desolate legs. I just need the cloak. And I am groovy. Oh, yeah.
You have the Spectre set on the Warlock now.
In Marvel news, it looks like Oscar winner Brie Larson is apparently in negotiations to play Carol Danvers. And for you non-comic book people, that would be Captain Marvel. So it looks like Captain Marvel is happening. It looks like they're gonna debut her in the Avengers Infinity War, and then after that they're gonna do a Captain Marvel solo movie. So Brie Larson has actually done some pretty good work. She's a solid actress, and she looks like Carol Danvers. So if they do end up signing her as Captain Marvel, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be a great movie, and it's gonna be the first. It's gonna be the first. Yeah, it'll be the first female Marvel female superhero to get a full length movie, right? Because I don't think we've seen.
Well, I mean, Scarlet is supposed to get one.
Who
But,
was Elektra?
Marvel.
Electra. Oh yeah, Electra was Marvel, but that was back when. Who had the rights to that? I think it might have been
Yeah, Marvel didn't
Lionsgate.
have the rights. That wasn't theirs.
That wasn't theirs at that point. It was Marvel
They
didn't
didn't
have
make
their
it.
studio yet. So ever since their studio opened, it's been the Iron Man, the Thor, Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, but we haven't seen like a female-driven Marvel movie yet.
Exactly.
And yeah, there is talk about. Sugah said that Black Widow solo movie, but this might come out before that one.
Exactly.
So-
So if this one comes out before, then yes, she's gonna get hers first. Which is funny because Scarlet's has already been like talked about, but it just is one of those in the timeline.
And there have been strong female characters in the cinematic universe. Scarlet Witch, Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. So So yeah, I'm excited. I hope they get a female director. Um, just because I feel like a male director won't set the right tone for the character, because Carol Danvers is a single mom and also a superhero. So I feel that a female director and a female writer might be able to portray that better on screen, than their male counterpart. So excited. We'll see where this goes. Looks like they already have a release date for the movie. Even though they haven't officially signed on Brie Larson, they already have a due date of March 8th, 2018. So, 2018, guys. Captain Marvel. The last thing that we're gonna do here, is going to be, let's go over the circle of readiness, guys. We're just standing here in this puddle.
The ranks?
So
Yeah.
sit down in the circle of readiness. Last bit here, last segment of the day is going to be our morning blaze. This week, some very exciting news, actually. Veterans struggling to gain access to medical marijuana caught a major break last week at the hands of Congress. On Thursday, the U.S. House of Representatives. Oh, good lord! Give me 2 seconds. What do we? On Thursday, the U.S. House of Representatives and the Senate put their seal of approval on an amendment that would prevent the Department of Veterans Affairs from dipping into the federal budget to stop Uncle Sam's doctors from providing patients with recommendations for medical marijuana. This is the first time in American history that both chambers have seen eye to eye on the amendment of this kind. A move that stands to eliminate restrictions that have kept the men and women of the United States military from having legal access to a safer alternative to dangerous opiates and prescription drugs. The death rate from opiates among the VA healthcare is nearly double the nation's average. And that was said by Representative Earl. What is it? I'm going to butcher this. It's Blumenor? That's such a weird name. Again, I probably butchered it. But as expected, the Senate did not waste any time supporting the amendment. And although some pot advocates argued that a positive outcome was not a sure thing, by Thursday afternoon, lawmakers in the upper chamber had voted 89-8 in favor of allowing VA doctors the ability to discuss medical marijuana as a potential treatment option with their patients. Both the chambers of Congress will now head to negotiations in order to reach an agreement on a solitary amendment that can be tucked inside the 2017 military construction appropriations bill. Since both the House and the Senate have approved the amendment, there is a better than average chance that it will be included in the final 2017 fiscal year that is slated to be signed by President Obama at the end of the year. So it looks like if we get all our ducks in a row, this thing will get signed by the president before he leaves office. This measure removes unnecessary barriers to medical marijuana access for men and women who have volunteered to serve our armed forces, says Robert Capecci, the Director of Federal Policies for the Marijuana Policy Project. He also says it will save veterans time and money, and it will allow them to have more open and honest discussions with their primary care providers. So that's great. That's fantastic. Just on a medical standpoint, it's gonna help. It's gonna help vets with PTSD. It's gonna help vets with pain. This is a big step forward. So fantastic news. I know we were actually discussing vets at the Destiny meetup. I was talking with Mr. Miggs, and there's just too many vets that can't get medical care or end up homeless, and it's really sad, especially when these people volunteer their lives to protect us and the values that we stand for. And so I can sit here and I can stream and I don't have to worry about getting bombed, or you know I can
Hmm.
leave, I can live peacefully, and I am allowed the pursuit of happiness, thanks to these vets. Um, so it's really sad when you see that they can't get help. Um, so hopefully this will change things, because you know medical marijuana is not only safer, but a lot of times a lot less expensive than prescription pills. Um, there's a lot to be said about a medicine that you can grow on your own. Um,
Exactly, because many of them do. Many of the older vets would love to be able to just do it themselves, have the access to be able to do that, and then also think about, we've talked about all the good things that going outside and gardening can do, so be able to provide
yeah, and the
another.
fact that now they won't be restricted, they'll be able to have better conversations with their physicians, and the fact that a physician will bring it up now, where as opposed to before where they couldn't. Um, so so this is a big step, and it's going to help a lot of people. Um, what are your thoughts on this, DJ?
I'm all for it. I think vets should be at the top of the list of any kind of care that's needed. I mean, look what they've done, look what they've gone through,
Yeah,
and anything to help them deal and cope with everything they've been through and what they've seen, I think it should be allowed.
yeah. And I know a couple of weeks ago we reported that um, Colorado had taken some of that money that they've gotten from taxing marijuana to help out the homeless. Boy, would it be nice if they took $1.5 million to help out some vets.
Hmm.
Invested in that in some VAs and some VA hospitals. Um,
Hmm.
so we'll see. I mean, good things are happening. Good things are happening, and they're happening fairly quickly. I mean, this thing could get signed by President Obama before he leaves office. So we don't have to worry
Which would
about,
be great.
we don't have to worry about the
Then
new
we know
president
it'd
shutting
get
it down.
done.
Yeah.
Exactly. We know
Um,
it would get done and taken care of.
so so fantastic, fantastic news.
Yep,
Hmm.
let's hope it moves through the appropriate channels ASAP.
Yep. So guys, that's the end of our morning blaze. And that's the end of this week's show, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. However you're tuning in, whether it be on Twitch, I appreciate the chat. I like interacting with you guys there. Or whether it be on YouTube. Thank you so much if you're watching us on YouTube. Be sure to give us that like and subscribe. That way you guys can get these when they come out. And I might start doing some video game reviews. I've been talking to Sugar about possibly putting out that Mutants in Manhattan, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles review. I know I played the last 4 levels of that on Twitch, and I gave my little overview towards the end. So I might edit that down and then put it on YouTube. So it's like 30 minutes long. Um, so yeah, guys. Again, thank you for the
Hmm.
support. If you guys can catch me on Twitter, on Twitch, and on YouTube. Soopkichen. That's Soopkichen. If you guys want to take a look at some gnarly pictures, I also have an Instagram, which I
Hmm.
actually saw for the first time um, a couple days ago. Sugar was nice enough to set up an Instagram for me, and she's been working it, and she's been taking. She's a great photographer. She does great stuff, great work with the camera.
Agreed.
So go ahead and check out the Instagram too. Again, it's really easy. Made it easy for you guys. Soopkichen everywhere. Fuck it, just Google it and it'll come up. I'm there. You Google me, I come up. I'm there. As far as DJ, you can find DJ Gao on Facebook. It's Dave Jersey. He's in Plattsburgh, New York. And Plattsburgh. Sorry.
You always say Plattsburgh. That's the third time.
He's in Plattsburgh, New York, and I'm also going to add the link in the YouTube video description box to Ion Indie Magazine.
The anniversary issue is this month.
Yep, the anniversary issue is at the end of this month. And I know DJ got a big shout out in last month's issue too. So again, I'm leaving that for you guys there, so you guys can read DJ's lyrics and you can check out his work because he does some pretty good stuff. And
in the photos on my page, and just pick a picture and there's a song.
Pick a picture, there's a song. It's a pretty good system. And then Sugah, you can find Sugah on Instagram at Adela Red, and she's also on the tweets at the Adela Red Crew, and Facebook, Adela Red. She does great costume. She takes amazing pictures, way better pictures than I could take. She went to school for that stuff, so I mean, I guess that helps. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you next week, where we'll have so much news. We'll have Destiny news. We'll have E3 news. Next week is going to be a really big week. So very excited. Yay. Can't wait. And again, thank you guys. I'll be streaming later. We'll be doing some more Priest Challenge. We're going to get the Axis Clan back together. They're finally going to be hopping off that fucking Dead Island. So we'll see you guys later. But as far as this show, it is over. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later, people.
Boop-be-doo. We need a theme song for the end here. Waking up with Soop and Sugah.